Just do it.
Hi everyone, my name is Eula. I'm a second-year PhD student studying computer science here at the University of Michigan. My area of concentration is artificial intelligence, and this is my first vlog. So today I'm going to talk about what it's like being a female in the male-dominated field of computer science here at the University of Michigan. So let's start with the facts. So there are 28% females in the doctoral program in engineering on a whole, and there's 22% in computer science engineering. So that means if you walk into a classroom of about 25 people, you can expect about 6 of them to be female. So this isn't a great number. It feels lonely at times, kind of isolating, especially walking down the hallway, just not seeing a lot of people who look like you that you can identify with. The problem gets even worse at a faculty level. Out of the 102 CSE core faculty, only 17 of them are female, so that's about 16%. So there's a few unique challenges that females in male-dominated fields have to combat. One of those is unconscious bias. Unconscious biases are the stereotypes and kind of learned associations that you have unconsciously that kind of pop up in your day-to-day life. So there's actually a test you can take, which I've linked below, that shows you if you have any of these unconscious biases. So I actually took the quiz, and I am unconsciously biased towards women in science, which is unfortunate, but it makes sense based on kind of what I've seen and experienced. There's more men in science than women. And so I have an unconscious bias to associate men with science more than women. The important thing about unconscious bias is realizing you have it. Once you realize you have it, you can push back against it and hopefully make meaningful differences in the world. Another challenge that women in a male-dominated field experience a lot is imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is the inability to believe that you deserve the success you have. So while everyone can feel imposter syndrome, and lots of people do, it's especially prevalent with minorities, including gender minorities in computer science. The best way I've learned to handle imposter syndrome is to say the thoughts out loud. A lot of the time they aren't reasonable and they're a bit silly. So when I say them out loud, I hear that, or talking to someone, they can tell me that, and then I can have more reasonable and true thoughts. So for example, sometimes I think, oh, the admission committee must have made a mistake letting me into the grad program. So I say this out loud and it sounds kind of silly, right? The admissions committee is competent, they're intelligent, and they let me in for a reason. So now I want to talk about some of the resources and things specifically in computer science engineering here at Michigan that I've utilized to help make the experience better. So one of those things is Excel Plus, which is a gender minority support group for computer science engineering graduate students. I'm really happy that Michigan has this group and supports it. Not every graduate program does. I'm actually the co-social chair for Excel Plus. So that means I organize social events and also run the mentorship program. I've really enjoyed a few different aspects of Excel Plus, one of them being the socials. So these happen every 2 weeks. We bring snacks, some coloring, different things like that, and people can drop by whenever they have time. And these have been really great because I've gotten to know a lot of the women in the department, and so it feels like there's a lot more than just 22%. So it makes the department feel smaller, makes me feel more welcome and included. So for roundtables, they bring in successful female professors or people in industry, and they come and have lunch with us and talk about kind of how they got to where they are. This is really great because it gives me role models and it helps me see a path I could take to become like them. Another great thing at Michigan is just the faculty in general. Both female and male professors have been extremely welcoming. A lot of them care a lot about diversity and creating a welcoming community, which has been really nice. Many of them do outreach events to try to get more females and other underrepresented students into computer science, and those have been really fun to help out with and just to see happen. So while being in a male-dominated field can be difficult, there is a way to make the experience better.